Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Mike and Adam for Two Brothers Extreme Paranormal.
What's up, everybody?
We're kind of having issues right now. For some reason, it would not let us hook to the Get Haunted Facebook page. I am sorry, don't know what's going on, or we're gonna look into that quick. But this is our 10th episode. We're excited.
Hey.
We got a big weekend coming ahead of us.
Yes, sir.
We got an amazing guest tonight. We got Russ Stiver joining us on our 10th episode. This has been a hell of a ride. 10 straight episodes.
10 straight. Can you believe it?
Yep. It's amazing.
Let's just to think.
Yeah.
10 episodes.
Yep. It's incredible.
4 years of Two Brothers. 4 years.
We're going on 4 years of Two
4
Brothers
years
Extreme
Two
Paranormal
Brothers.
in February.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
Like where have we gone?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Everywhere.
And then we also have a major weekend ahead for us.
Yes.
Me and Adam are hosting Mid-Orange Correctional Facility tomorrow night with Get Haunted. We are super excited for that. We just found out the event is sold out.
It is sold out.
Yeah, it is sold out. They sold
sorry.
all the tickets. So, for that case, we're going to bring on our special guest tonight, Russ. He hasn't been seen in a while. He's been a little busy working, but we're happy that he got to get that dust off the microphone. He's back to the podcast tonight. Let's bring him on. Hey, what's going on, Russ?
Hey guys, what's going on? I forget what to do with my hands. No,
I think you're supposed to hold them up like this.
I'll just frame myself in.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you guys on your sold out event for tomorrow. That is absolutely amazing, guys.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you.
It's
Thank
one
you
of
so
our
much.
favorite places.
Yes, absolutely.
I still have yet to be. I want to go, but I have not been there yet.
Oh, it's an amazing place. We always have an active time there.
I heard it was a pretty active
Yes.
location to be at. So
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
It's never been a dull moment there.
oh, good. That's what you look for out of locations.
Absolutely. So what's going on with you? How's everything going? I know you've been pretty busy with the work part there with your Spirit Halloween.
Now that that's over, I can take about a week off, and then I get right back to working again. Because after the season and everything, I kind of just want like a week to do nothing and just kind of decompress from the entire season and everything like that. So I've been doing a lot of work on the podcast behind the scenes, during this week that I've taken off. So getting ready to relaunch Compass Curiosities here before too much longer. Definitely making some tweaks to it and gonna see how that rolls out.
That's awesome. We're so excited that you're back. We've all missed you. I've been seeing comments as soon as that we posted that you're going to be our host tonight. Everyone was like, "Russ is back. This is awesome."
Yep. It's good that I'm kind of dipping my toe in the water, being a guest on, and then before getting right back into hosting again and everything. So, it's good to test the waters. Plus, I've wanted to be on you guys' show there for a while now, and I know you guys came down. I believe it was 2 years ago or last year to the event we put on at the hall when Get Haunted was there. Yep. So I know I met you guys down there.
Time.
Yeah, that was a really good time.
Speaking of which, why don't you tell everybody on here, if they already don't know, who the Russ Stiver is?
Well, I've been in.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. It's
Stiver.
Yeah, it's been enunciated so many different ways, and I don't even get upset anymore. Honestly,
it's this. It's the same way with my last name. I just give up.
I looked at your last name, and I'm like, no.
That's why I just call him Adam.
Well, that's like with Rob, his last name.
Oh yeah.
It's like you look at that, and I was like,
I don't even bother.
Now that I've heard it a couple times, I know how to pronounce it. So, but no, I've been an investigator for the last 28 years.
Wow.
Yep, 28 years now.
That's awesome.
So, actually, next year it'll be 28 years next year, and I believe early April. So, and my dad's the one that kind of got me started into investigating and everything. The town we lived in Ohio had a very, very dark history behind it and everything. Between the mines that were running everywhere underground to, the town over from us being a major hotspot for the KKK,
What's up, Dame?
especially around
Gotcha.
those times. It was definitely a very dark history for that town. So we kind of I kind of grew up knowing, the history of the town I lived in, the area I lived in. And it kind of just enthralled me even more into it. And, long story short, my first ever investigation, I was 13 years old. And my dad and I went down to Mansfield State Reformatory, Ohio State Reformatory, whatever we refer to it as. It was prior to them opening up the building to tours and everything. We went down to actually help the historical foundation actually go in and clean the prison up, do some sweeping, scraping paint off the walls, things like that. And we were there probably about a good, 6-7 hours. And they called it because, the Historical Society, a lot of them were old timers. They, were having issues getting around and whatnot, so. But the one guy, Scott Sukkel, his name was, and, or is, excuse me. I talked like he's passed or something, but he was like, hey, so have you guys heard of like ghost hunting? And this was right when ghost hunters first came out. It like started to the paranormal field started to get its tread.
Yep.
And we're like, yeah, we've heard of it and everything. They're like, my dad's done it before because my dad was very interested in it and everything like that. And they're like, well, hey, we're staying over like a couple hours tonight. And once everybody's gone, we'll lock the doors and we can just roam the prison and investigate if you want.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, okay, so my first ever investigation is at a lot of people's bucket list location to begin with.
Yep.
And 13 years old, and there's 6 of us in the entire prison.
That's awesome.
Oh,
what an experience that is.
I'm jealous.
And we had free access to everywhere. There was no parts that were blocked off. We got into the sub basement. We got everywhere. So like it was really cool to see. And being that young, it kind of like set me on the path of like, okay, I'm a very curious person to begin with. So I want to read into this more and kind of see where it goes and see, where this can take me.
Yeah, it's a good way to start.
Right?
Good location.
makes me like to go. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the first place I went to.
Hey, you know what? The thing about it is, we've all started. I've always said it's not about the number of places you've investigated that gives you experience. It's the number of experiences that you've had investigating that gives you the experience.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
You could go there and you can investigate every single hotspot out there in the USA. And if you have 16 experiences out of 300 places, you're going to sit back and be like, well, something's not adding up here, right? And then you go to the same place 20, 30 times, and you have an experience every single time you're there.
Yep.
That makes you a better investigator because it'll always be something new. Hey, EVP, you got to pick this apart. You got to take out background noise. You got to take out the humming. You got to this, everything else. Still photos. Okay, we have to go back, recreate this, see if we can recreate it.
Mm-hmm.
All
that's the one thing we try to tell people. The people that are new to the paranormal scene, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you don't see. Yeah. There's a lot of extra work and a lot of time involved with it. It's like whatever we record for the 12 hours, we got to go back and do it all over again for those 12 hours.
Numerous times.
And backwards, forwards, backwards.
I've had people sit there and tell me, like, because we did an investigation at Prospect Place in Trinway, Ohio. And it was the first investigation we did with a 6-camera Wi-Fi setup. So we were recording on our database, 6 cameras. We had a 12-hour investigation. we were also running drop recorders in 6 of the 12 hotspot rooms. And
boy.
so one of my friends at one point said, "Oh yeah, it must be so cool what you do. You know, after an investigation, you must be so excited." And I'm like,
No, I'm
So
excited
you-
during the investigation.
Yeah.
yeah, like I want that experience. Like if I catch it on camera or audio afterwards, okay, great. But that's also why you take very detailed notes too, because
Yep.
you always, if you had an experience happen to you, okay, it is 11:18 and we're on the 3rd floor. I know this recorder is running here. Check this.
Yep.
You know, make those notes so these people that are going over this data that you've collected over a 12-hour, 8-hour, 9-hour investigation kind of know, like, okay, it's 11:17 on the clock right now. Within the next minute, this should be happening.
Exactly. And the other thing too is, make sure you know who's in that room with you at what time too.
Exactly.
Like you can have 4 people in there. Okay, well maybe it was one of them whispering. That's why the documentation is a big thing to do with everything.
That is one thing I always tell everybody that's new that is investigating. They ask, what is the best piece of advice? And the first thing I say to them, tag your audio, because you know what? You are going to save yourself so much more stress when you're doing a review, because you're going to hear something that was somebody else, but you're going to sit there and think that it was a spirit of the location. And you're going to drive yourself nuts going over it and over it and over it. And it could have just been Becky's stomach growled. You know,
I remember a couple.
You'll hear me. Adam moved his feet. Mike hit his chair, or like.
That's why it's like,
Adam
even when we do the
coughed,
public investigations with people, we tell them, we make sure, listen, if you're don't whisper. If you are gonna whisper, please let them know, because a lot of people whisper because everything's quiet. That's one of the biggest things that we have problems with. But
I think they're also doing it to be respectful, because they're in a public setting and everything.
Yes.
And they're kind of like trying to whisper to somebody else, but they don't realize that, and I will say this, the teams that we build, these are people that you would go to war for. These are people you trust when your back's against the wall. But bringing in the people of the public, they don't know you like that. You don't know them like that. So they may have something to say that they want to say to their friend, and they're whispering it. I had a funny story at one point. We were at Hillview Manor, and it was myself and 2 other investigators up on the 3rd floor near the nurses' quarters. And we're standing there and we're doing an investigation. And the one guy's like, "Oh, I'm going to walk down the hallway, whatever." And I'm like, "All right, cool." Walk down probably about 10, 12 rooms, find somewhere to sit, and we'll settle in. About 6 minutes in, we're all asking questions and everything. And always, whenever you're doing an auto recording, I always give myself 30 seconds between questions.
Yeah.
Because spirits aren't on command. It may take them a couple seconds to answer or understand what you're saying or something like that. But out of nowhere, it was me, my co-leader, and one of our investigators, and the investigator's sitting down the hallway. And I hear like a rumble of almost some sort, almost like a semi-truck went down the road or something. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, "Hey, Frankie, did you hear that?" He's like, "Uh-huh." And I was like, "Did that come down near you?" "Yeah."
I
was like, "Well, what was that? Was that a truck going down the road?" He's like, "No, I think I may have to go take a shit." And I was like, "Oh, good God."
It's that Mexican food from the night before.
It is. Please, if you're going on an investigation, please do not eat Mexican food prior to the investigation. It'll do everybody a favor.
So much better.
I'm the spice king.
Yeah.
Oh God, I am too.
He yells at me all the time. We'll go get dinner before.
I'm like, "Dude, we're gonna be on location for 12 hours, and you're eating spicy
food
before."
I was like, "It's okay. I will gladly tell everybody that was me."
No shame in your game.
No.
I'm not giving up my spicy food.
It's Adam's ectoplasma.
You need to get him on thermal one time farting. And
Oh
just
my
get
God.
that clip.
His spirit left his body.
Yeah.
But you need to have him do something like,
That's awesome.
I'm down. I don't care.
Let's try
there
it.
you go.
It wasn't
Get him some Taco Bell right before the investigation.
Oh God,
no,
no!
I like real spicy Mexican food.
The real authentic.
Yeah.
Oh, I
When
see.
they
Okay.
come out
Well,
and say it is 90% jalapenos.
Oh, it definitely is. Definitely is. I gotta
Yeah.
say hi to some people in the room here. Damien, my brother from another country. He's near and dear to my heart over there in Edinburgh, Scotland. I'm Scottish, so him and I have had several conversations. Miss seeing him. Icy Spirits, love you. Thank you for showing up. Danny Marie, great to see you. Mark Brown, Steve Kemitz, like good turnout so far, guys.
Yeah, we got some good people in here right now.
And we appreciate all of you watching.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on and watching.
Yeah.
The love and support's been amazing.
I'm just a little nobody. Don't worry about me. Oh, Joss
no.
Neal.
Look.
Oh, look who we
Animals
got.
in the room.
Oh boy. So
The animals in the room
when are
now.
you planning on starting back up with the compass?
Oh, great! Now Dad's in the room. I gotta be careful.
Oh, Rob's here.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh boy.
No,
So-
I mean, I'm kind of like I just celebrated my 4th wedding anniversary 2 days ago.
Congratulations.
So I
5 years
you
in.
know, yep.
And don't
Been
get
together
it-
8.
years.
It's hilarious. We've been together 8
Dude, that's-
years. We've been married for 4, and the 2 anniversaries are 5 days apart, 6 days, something like that. 12 days apart. So like
Dude,
beginning
that's
of
crazy.
November is when we
Yeah.
first started dating, and then we got married shortly after that. So, but she actually
Love you
funny
too,
story
Josh.
that 8 minus 4 equals. I'm impressed with your mathematician skills.
Oh man,
Rob's board.
I thought it was 12. Oh, it's backwards.
No, but
Yeah.
good story about my wife. She's actually originally from Boston. She's from the Braintree, Quincy area. Actually born and grew up in Dorchester. But
Nice. Wow, cool, man.
When she came down, I was living in Ohio at the time. She came down and saw me. And somehow we lucked in on it. She came down on Veterans Day weekend. And somehow we lucked in on it that my buddy Scott Sukkel, who was part of the Historical Society for OSR, had released that there was a public investigation going on. There was like 40 people, and as soon as I brought it up to her, I'm like, it's like $80 to $100 a ticket. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know kind of what you brought with you to spend. She didn't even hesitate. She was dead in. She's like, we're going. I don't care. We're going.
That's a keeper right there.
Yeah.
I didn't understand this. This was her first ever prison she'd ever investigated.
Oh, wow.
So for it to be OSR, I mean, it could have been Alcatraz, and I probably would have had the same. I got the same reaction from her.
But hold on, you're looking over and asking her questions. She can come say hi too.
She's in her comfies, drinking a drink and watching the fights.
Smart.
Yeah,
She's having fun too.
She could just pop over. She could pop over, say hi, and go back to the fights.
If I
What's
turned
up,
the computer
Ken?
right now, I'd probably get something thrown at my head.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No, but she really is. Like, I had met her years prior. I actually came up to Boston and did an event on the USS Salem that her and her friends were putting on.
That's awesome.
It's an awesome place.
And she's speaking in now.
Hey, what's up?
Hi guys.
How's
How
it
are
going?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. Congratulations
you? Yep.
on
Thank
the
you.
anniversary. No problem.
Funny
Thank
thing is you guys are what would you say 8 or 8
8 and 4.
8 and 4. Me and my wife are 7 years together, 5 years married.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Ours are easy numbers.
Yeah, ours are nice even numbers.
Yes.
Well, so are ours when you come to our, like, when I asked her to be my girlfriend, when I asked her to marry me, and
Yeah.
when we got married, because otherwise I would forget. I told her that.
Yeah,
the
you know
first
what?
day I met her.
Women remember those dates like they're nothing. They remember the day you started talking, the day you started dating, the date like
The first text.
Look,
the first
I-
text,
The
the
first
first time you
call.
farted in front of them.
yeah.
It's weird. And you know what?
I don't know all those dates, dear.
But you know what? It's one of those things that you know, I've been married once before, so my first one was a mulligan. I actually got this one right. So
I like that. My
Hey,
first
it was
one's a
just-
mulligan.
it was-
That's awesome.
Sometimes you just have to have a test subject before the final decision.
exactly. You got to see, you know.
Well, hold on. The boss has spoken for a second.
Hold on.
The
Uh-oh.
frame, the first text Mike and Adam sent me. Okay. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Care to share the first text you ever sent, Rob?
Ask me if I remember the first text. We're getting
Oh
fired.
God. You're done.
Rob, what was the first text?
Well, if he has the frame, it's probably
man.
sitting right next to him.
Yeah. He's laughing.
Hi, Candy.
Hey, Candy. What's up,
Happy
Candy?
Friday.
Oh, Ken
Happy
Wilson
Friday.
snuck in the room.
Yeah. Yep. Kent's on here.
Hey, Cat.
My keyboard's all screwed up.
Jesus. No, but you know, getting back to your original question, Compass, I'm still kind of working a few things out. You know, I want to get everything perfectly in place because I'm not necessarily a perfectionist, but I want everything to go smoothly coming back in.
Dear Rob.
Yeah. I totally understand that. You know, make sure everything's good to go, have it smooth. You don't want to rush back
Yeah.
into everything, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, and not saying anything badly, but you know, with all the issues that have been popping up at StreamYard and everything lately, and people looking
Yeah.
at going to like Restream and you know all these other places, I kind of want to settle in somewhere where I know it's capable of handling what I want to do and you know things like that.
I hear you.
100% agree with that.
Hey, Kim Murphy, her and her husband Ian, the moderator, came out with us for Wednesday on our anniversary. We went up to Boston and went to the Titanic exhibit.
That's awesome. How was it? Was it good? It's on
I
my
wish
bucket
there was-
list.
I wish there was a few more in it, like a few more artifacts and everything in it, but it was absolutely amazing to see how well these pieces like held up from the ocean water and everything for all that time.
That's amazing.
Now, here's my question. As an investigator, did you try to investigate around any of the pieces to see if you got anything?
Oh no, I kept myself shut down. I because the last time I did something like that was actually one of the traveling Titanic exhibits in North Carolina. And I actually had because I'm a medium. I pick up. I'm an energy worker.
Yep.
And I didn't fully prepare myself walking into it, and I got maybe halfway through the exhibit and I had to leave. So going to it this time, Ian, that's what the train has to say about that. Going into this time, I made sure I was protected. I was grounded. I was good. So I mean, there were a couple spots where I didn't feel I didn't get good vibes from a couple of the objects, but also in the same aspect, of course, Ian Murphy's over there going, "Does anybody want to see my haunted collection?" As we're walking through all the
leave it to Ian.
I hear
Leave
the
it
laugh
to
in the
Ian.
background.
Yeah, I heard the laugh in the background too.
It was the ghost space next to you. I laughed.
Yep. He's back there laughing. Yep. So no, but it was a good time. Then Ian took us out to lunch for our anniversary. Actually, I would say Ian and Kim both did. Went down to a place called Toro, and we got authentic ramen noodles, right in Chinatown in Boston. Really good food. First time my wife's had authentic ramen. She's used to Top Ramen.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
What's up, Andrew?
Oh,
Hey, Andrew.
there's Andy. There's Big Daddy Andy.
Big Daddy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, speaking of,
Oh, the moonshine.
You want me to go? Mine's in the fridge. I'm running low, so.
I'll do authentic.
Rob
Yes,
said
Rob, they are
authentic, yeah.
authenticated. Shit, I'll do it to the fights tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Cheers.
Cheers
to
this
Netflix.
is Big Daddy's.
Oh crap! All right, cheers to you guys.
Mine's
Cheers.
Mine's not in a jar, but yeah.
Oh,
That's the best apple juice ever.
Yep.
it is, and it's dangerous. It goes
Yes.
down smooth,
Way too smooth. That's
way
my
too
buddy.
smooth. So
That's
we're
my
second
buddy.
round of the first match, and I don't know how it's going.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yes, everyone that is watching tonight,
Yes.
both sides, we do have the fight
Yes.
to the left of us.
Yeah.
We're waiting for Mike Tyson to slap the shit out of someone.
He already
know
did
this-
that last night.
Yeah, he did.
No, I'm talking about a real slap. That was a hey, this is a teaser, but you're going down.
Now I know this is a paranormal show, guys, but we're just having fun tonight. We're laid back.
Yeah.
We got Russ out of retirement.
I almost had to break the walker out for this one. It was tough.
Oh boy.
No, but Compass, you know what? And I will tell everybody out there listening because I know I did have a good following. And the show Compass wouldn't have been anything without all you guys that come and listen. I know you both have popped into the show a couple times.
Absolutely.
It's something I have a passion for. It's something I drive for. Something that keeps me entertained. It's my happy place to go to. So with that being said, I promise you, I am coming back.
You heard that here, people.
When I am is TBD at this point, but I am coming back. So you will you will hear me annoy you shortly. I will say that. So
we can't wait. I absolutely love your shows. I always try to stop in as much as possible. My work schedule got a little crazy.
Yeah.
But whenever you were on, I was always stopping in, and you always get to the point, and you're always having fun.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
I always try to. And you know what? A lot of podcasters out there, like go ahead.
If you don't have fun, you're not doing it right, because you got to have fun in life. Because,
Exactly.
I mean, why not?
See, one of my other podcasting friends, because once I've been doing this for probably 10 years now. I started with my first show, Batteries Drained, years and years and years ago. And I've asked them multiple times, because you learn from everybody. Every podcaster, this is what I love about going on other shows. Being a host myself, I love going on other shows as a guest, because I get to see where that other host kind of brings their way to it.
Yep.
Because we're all learning from each other all the time.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
And that's how it is in everyday life. We're all learning from each other. So seeing, like, being on as a guest and seeing how, certain hosts approach certain topics and certain, things, it may give me ideas on how I could tweak things I do, or, hey, I kind of like that. I'm going to pick this up and use this a little bit, of course, with, all respect to the host I'm getting it from.
Yep.
But I always try to keep it very light and airy. And this friend of mine, who has been doing podcasting for maybe 2 years now, kind of doesn't really have a lot of followers, I guess you could say. And I watched them kind of prep for their podcast the one day, and they have a notebook laid out with questions written on it. And I'm just like, you do that for every show? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, to keep me on bullet point for a question. And I'm like, well, you do realize, there have been times I've written things down on like a notepad real quick just to remind me of certain things. And that's normally events and things like that. That's normally like dates and times and specific things like that.
Yep.
They had question after question after question written down. And I'm just like, I've never done that. I've never done that because I'll ask one question that comes to mind, but as you're answering in the middle of that, I'm 2 more questions ahead already.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm hearing
totally
everything
understand.
you're
Yeah.
saying. I'm hearing everything you're saying where I can retort to it and everything, but I already have my next question lined up in my head because you never know how a conversation is going to take you. And you need to be able to combat any certain way that it goes.
Yep.
Like you could ask a funny question and immediately turn serious. So
Yeah,
you need to learn how
exactly.
to adjust on that. And I think, being prepared for a show, studying up on your guests, knowing what they do, where they're from, things like that is not mandatory, but should be done.
Yeah, I agree.
But when you're literally, all you're doing is literally sitting there and just, well, what were your first place you investigated? What's your favorite piece of equipment? It makes it for such a dull and boring show.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was probably like our first couple episodes. It was our first time doing a podcast. I had a couple questions written down because we wanted to, just in case, to get it through the show, like a flow type thing. We've had stuff, but then it got to the point where, like, you know what, let's just go with the flow and just talk and have fun, and we're laid back and we just want to know about everybody and meet new people. That's pretty much what it's about.
People ask all the time, can I swear? Can I do whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like I like the interaction with the people on the side too. That's what's awesome.
What 3 words would I use to describe myself? Why does I feel that's a loaded question there, Rob?
There's gonna be 20 more after this one.
And I'm
probably,
waiting.
and that's perfectly fine.
I know.
I haven't talked to Rob in a while. There have been some things going on, so I've kind of given a wide berth, and life, of course, from my end, I've been dealing with that. So, let's see here. 3 words: loyal, dedicated, passionate.
Yeah.
Good words.
Absolutely. And I can tell that's the truth with you too, with all your shows and seeing what you do and seeing you in person. Yeah. We've seen you at several of these events.
Yep.
At that hall.
Yep.
I always forget the name of the hall.
I
call it the Warner's Hall.
It's technically the Warner's Hall. I mean, and everybody out there at Warner Paranormal.
Yes. Yep. Which Russ is a part of. That's one of his teams. Shout out to those guys.
Since the beginning. Ian, Matt, Kim.
Yep, Matt.
Nicole,
that was next, wife. Matt. Yep.
So,
and every
Sean
time
Sullivan.
We've been up there, every time we've been up there, it's been nothing but family.
Oh, we have a blast up there when we go up there.
What? I think the last
we
time
always
we
welcome
was with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you know what? We're like Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Nope. And there's always a Krampus walking around too, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I think I even.
What's up, Courtney?
I had Krampus next to my son.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time we were there. Yep.
If you came for our para fair, that was me. I was Krampus.
Yeah. Both times, I think.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, you did both times. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Krampus was next. Krampus decided to be next to my son.
So other than that, what's going on with you? Anything fun coming up paranormal wise? Any investigations plans?
No, kind of going into the hibernation for winter. Warner Paranormal Preservation Society, an organization I'm a part of, founded by Matt Warner. Ian, Kim, all of us out there, we're working hard for to get some very, very great events coming to you guys next year.
Yeah, I saw Matt was sharing about that. There's a lot you guys are planning.
We are in the trenches right now. We're planning every year. This is what makes us great, I think, is every year we do like a Christmas potluck kind of thing. And like the entire team gets together. We go to the hall. We do like a Yankee swap. We do like everybody brings a dish. We just sit there, we talk, we laugh. We have a great old time, and you do the gifts, and we're a family, and it's one of those things where it feels good to be part of something. It really does. I've always been kind of like, I've been part of teams. I've been a founder of a team, and it always seems like teams eventually end up forming like cliques.
Yep.
And then like those cliques divide, and it kind of just tears things apart a little bit slowly by slowly. With us, I mean, we've had members come and go. Some for their own reasons, which is perfectly fine, which I can't say anything against. We still talk to them to this day. Other members that true color showed, and it was not with the organization as we would like. We didn't have Kool-Aid. We had seltzers.
Seltzers?
Seltzers. There you go.
Seltzer water or seltzers? Seltzer.
Seltzer.
Seltzer. And not Alka-Seltzer.
I like.
Yeah, that's one thing I have to say about me and Adam. You know, I've worked with teams. I've had 6 people on. I've worked with teams with 4 people. But thankfully, like me and Adam, we've clicked, I think, since day one. And we've been going strong for going on 4 years. And, you know, we joined Rob and Get Haunted and, you know, went to a couple of their events. And they're like family to us, too. So totally understand what you're talking about with that.
And every time.
Now, the one thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Every time we come to the hall, it's family.
Yeah, you guys treat us so well when we come up there.
Yeah.
It's that's what the community should be and what it's about.
Oh, for sure. 100%. I agree 100. This bickering that's going on, and I'm not going to touch on it because
No, we stay away from it.
It's everywhere.
Yep.
It's everywhere. But it's one of those things where people just need to be people. Like, find your common decency and, go from there. It costs $0 to be nice to somebody, and it costs $0 not to say anything. Plain and simple. And
Exactly.
one of my biggest, and this is where I'll leave this, is one of my biggest pet peeves is there's a person I've recently noticed that has been profounding themselves that I'm against drama. I don't want any drama. But consistently, time after time, finds themselves throwing themselves into the drama for no reason. And I don't know whether it's if they want to be part of something or what it may be, but it's honestly damn annoying. Because you can't preach one thing and do something different.
Yeah.
To be honest, too, this drama, I'm going to go as far as saying as no one should be better than the next. It should be, we all love what we do. We're all here to do what we love, and everyone's different ways of having the paranormal or doing the paranormal. It's not about,
and that's the
we're
reason
better than this team, and that's why this is happening.
No, that's the reason.
Jealousy.
It is. And the reason we're stuck in this thing is because people are like, no, your way of doing it is not as good as my way of doing it. My way of doing it is always going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Rob's over here just going to wishing to be rich and everything.
His stock market went sky high.
What's that meme going around on Facebook? If I win the lottery, you won't know, but there'll be signs.
Yeah.
Yes. That's Rob.
That's gonna be me tomorrow because I bought tickets for the CT Lotto.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, if I figured one day, because you can ask Mike, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. I figure one day I'm going to be that bad luck asshole that wins the lotto.
Hey, you know what? Like my grandmother always told me, I used to, when I was training for my permit, my license and everything, my task was to take my grandmother out every Sunday to do her running. Take her to the store, take her to this, take her to, wherever. She always played the lottery. and always the same numbers over and over and over again. And when I got older, I kind of understood the the lottery and everything like that. And I asked my grandma, like, why do you play if you never win? She's like, well, I never win, but there's sometimes I win $2, sometimes I win $5, whatever. But
It's still a win.
you can't win if you don't play.
I agree.
Yep.
Just like the scratch off. There's a couple times where maybe once in a while I'll just be like, yeah, I'm going to buy a $20 scratch off just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
So, funny story about that is the whole, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. I deliver tractors for a living. Guy gave me a $30 tip. And I'm like, I went to the gas station to get a drink, and the number $26 ticket was a $30 ticket.
Yep.
The ticket number was 26. The actual number of the ticket.
Yeah.
My wife's birthday is the 26th.
So all numbers are lining up for you.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, I should buy it. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't, because I got a kid coming, and I should do. The lady goes, "You want to buy it?" It's like, I don't know yet. And I'm like, yeah, I should buy it. No, I shouldn't. I gotta do it. And the guy goes, "I'll take the ticket. If he can't decide, I'll take it right now." Scratches it. Yeah, the $20,000 max prize. Okay, he won it.
Yeah. That.
Yep.
I was like, can I give you your $30 back?
Right? Like, I'll buy that off you for 30. Don't cash it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to play. So my thing is, if I get like a tips throughout the week, I buy them once a week. I buy them on Thursday. The lotto, the CT lotto, it's a low winnings, but it's only Connecticut that can buy the ticket, and I only buy 5 tickets, and I do random numbers. I let pick the numbers. I don't pick their numbers but if I don't get any tips throughout the week, I don't buy a ticket.
There you go.
It's just one of those things.
I did that one time. I did that one time, and I never really do the casinos. I never really buy scratch offs. I never really do that. But last year I was kind of like, I was coming off my surgery, and I felt kind of good. I got a decent pay, so when I stopped to grab beer the one day, I was like, let me grab a couple scratchers. Got home, didn't really think anything of it. Sat down, scratched them off. Sure as shit, the one I got was hit for $1,000. None of the other ones hit, but I got that one for $1,000, and I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Okay, why not?
Shit.
Yes, like Rob just said, Mid-Orange tomorrow night, Warwick, New York. Hopefully we see some of you on the side there. Tickets are sold out. We're pumped. We can't wait. And
let me see here. Warwick, New York.
Yep.
Google. Let's see here.
It's an hour and 50 minutes for us.
Abington, Mass. If you're listening on the podcast, I'll tell you exactly where I live. I'm not scared.
You can bribe your way in, maybe. Oh, come on, Russ. Bribe your way to Mid-Orange.
Are we going to see Russ tomorrow night?
Oh, well.
I think we should.
4 hours and 6 minutes.
That's not bad.
It's not terrible.
That's a blink and a cup of coffees.
Well, Damien,
no, that's the entire state of freaking Connecticut.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's literally the entire freaking state of Connecticut.
Well, you can always drive to Connecticut and then drive with 2 guys that live in Connecticut to Mid-Orange.
Yeah,
wink.
We're leaving at 10:11.
I mean, just smuggle me in one of the equipment cases.
We'll see
Yeah, there we
tomorrow.
go.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Nah, I don't think tomorrow, but you know, I've wanted to get down over to
Come on, this is the best place ever.
I
White
want to
Hill.
get down to White Hill Mansion.
Yes.
Next month, that's us.
Yeah, we have that rented out next month.
Should we?
Oh no ghost hunting in December. No, that's my hibernation months.
Should we?
Well,
Should we?
you
I
let
think
me
we
know.
should. I think
Next month we have an open spot if you want to join us.
I think you should join us.
See, the problem with it is it's the wife and I. We come together.
Oh, that's fine.
Yep, Steven, we have you too. Steven's with us too that night.
I'm pretty sure I'm only like 3 hours away from White Hill.
So what you're saying is,
well, we'll talk. How about that?
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
And that's another place that never leaves a dull moment. I will tell you that story off the camera.
Wow, industrial slaughterhouse. Good luck with that, Kent. Yes.
Oh, geez.
So next month,
that's 4 hours and 57 minutes. Okay.
Me and Adam have rented out White Hill Mansion for our YouTube channel.
Yes.
You will see videos up there. Also, the end of this month, we are taking our good friends from Next of Kin Paranormal, and we are heading down to West Virginia, and we'll be filming at Sweet Springs Sanitarium. So we're very pumped about
I
that
hate
for
you guys.
watching.
Why?
I hate you guys.
Why? You got to come to that one too?
Sweet Springs is on my list. Ever since, you know what? I never heard of it prior to watching the Project Fear.
Yes.
Never heard of it prior to Project Fear. And then I watched that Project Fear. Yeah, I watched that episode, and my wife and I literally just looked at each other and we're like, we need to go. Like
that's why we're going.
Yeah, that's the reason why is that right there. And I'm like, it's a bucket list. Screw it, let's go. So it's the four of us going down to that. We're excited.
I'd love to work out to where I can get a bunch of investigators together and go down and privately rent like a trans-Allegheny lunatic asylum. I would say Waverly, but Waverly's like so overdone at this point. Like,
I've never been to Waverly.
Yeah.
I've
been to Waverly 3 times, and I've had experiences every time I've gone there. A great place. If you can get investigated, please go. Like, that place is absolutely 100% amazing. But a place like Tala, Trans-Allegheny has held so many infamous prisoners.
Yep.
Like, it's just like, I've been there. When I lived in Ohio, I only lived 2.5 hours from Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. So I would go all the time. Whenever I had the chance to go, I would go. That's actually how I met one of my good friends, Glider, Adam Bonnet.
All right, Rob, we'll see you tomorrow night. Oh, no, we'll see you soon, actually. I don't even know when we'll see you again.
Thanks for stopping by, Rob.
He's been busy.
But no, like, I want to get like because originally when my wife and I got married, we were supposed to do this whole big honeymoon of like a bucket list paranormal location.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Kind of thing. And we were going to stick just to the East Coast for now. And then like our 5-year, we would do like Midwest. And then like our 10-year, we would do the West Coast. And it would be just pretty much us just going out and just going to all these different locations that are on our bucket list. Yeah. I mean, I think our original honeymoon, we had worked out, we had grandiose ideas, and then dear COVID hit. But
that's actually what started us.
Yeah.
But like I want to take her to places I've been that she's never been to. House of Wills in Cleveland, Ohio, which is absolutely fantastic. If you've never been, never heard of it, do your research.
No, never have.
It's a fantastic location. Daryl Marston wrote a book on it. If you have any questions about the location, let me know, because I've been there. I actually helped guide tours there because I lived literally 45 minutes away from the location.
Okay.
So
I wanted to take her there.
Take you with us.
I wanted to take her to Madison Seminary, which is another location. is another location that prior to Adam buying it, I was helping out. I was like one of the caretakers of the location. I would go there, cut the grass, clean the building, everything like
That's
that.
cool.
In exchange for me being able to go up anytime I wanted to investigate. I had keys to the building. She's already done Mansfield, but I know she would love to go back. Just a bunch of different places around that area like that are bucket list locations. And I in my great career that I've had, I don't know if I can call it a career because it's not a profession. But
Great hobby.
In the experiences I've had in this great hobby, it's taken me from places from California out to Alcatraz, to Placerville, California, all the way to Virginia City, Nevada. I've got to investigate the Washoe Club. I've got to stay at the Silver Queen Hotel.
Oh my God.
I'm jealous. I'm putting down my headphones now.
Well, the thing is, I would love to get to all these places too, but a certain someone doesn't like to get on a plane and fly, so that's why we kind of did all the East Coast locations right now.
Not me.
Damn it, Adam.
Like, we legit drive to all our locations. Dude, so everyone, when you see where we are, we drove there in one day, or most likely overnight.
Like I said, I'm fat.
He won't fly. So that drive to Sweet Springs in 2 weeks, that's what, 10-hour drive down to West Virginia, and then doing it all in one day on the way back.
Oh,
that's what we do.
I've done that. I've drove. I lived in North Carolina at one time, and I drove up because there was an investigation going on in North Carolina, and one of my buddies from Ohio wanted to come. Yeah. So I told him I will come get him as long as he pays gas. I will come get him and bring him down. He can do the investigation because it was at the investigation was actually at St. Albans.
Okay.
But where I was living in North Carolina, I was only 2 hours away from St. Albans. Now, my buddy that wanted to come with me lived 9 hours away in Ohio. Oof. So I literally drove up, picked him up at 2:00 in the morning, turned around, drove straight back, slept for 3 hours. We got up and then went right to St. Albans and did an investigation for 12 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. I know how you feel on that one.
Like it was bad.
Oh, that'd be this.
There's a lot of times where we leave like first thing Saturday morning. We drive down all day, investigate, get up first thing in the morning, and then head back all on the same weekend.
Yep,
that's every time. Yeah. Thankfully for Sweet Springs, we're going Thanksgiving weekend, so we're gonna drive down Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And then, but we have to leave and do it all on Sunday. So.
Yeah, unfortunately,
we got to go to work Monday.
But again, we do it because of the love and passion for the paranormal.
Absolutely,
of course.
That's what keeps us going. Like you.
I mean, if you didn't have the passion for it, you wouldn't still be doing it because it's the same old monotonous drone on things all the time. And if you can't find a bright spot in what you're doing, then what's the point in doing it anymore?
I agree.
And honestly, 100%. Like it's one of those. So, all right. So we'll wrap this up here. We're at 55 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me ask you boys a question here.
All right, go for it.
We're not the host in it. We're the guests.
Yes.
All right,
let's do it.
If you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Ooh. Okay.
You only get one, or
how many choices do we get to choose here?
Like, it's your last meal. You're allowed anything.
So I can pick anything.
All
right.
All right, I'll let you go.
I'm a breakfast fan. I love breakfast. So I would have to say I have to have the eggs over easy with a good steak, some sausage and bacon, and some white toast with a nice cup of coffee. And I'll even throw in an orange juice and a milk chocolate or chocolate milk. There's my last meal right there.
There you go. I can get behind that. I love some breakfast for dinner.
I can never go wrong with breakfast.
All right, so
we'll be on here for a while with him.
I will start with meat lovers omelet filled with jalapenos and ghost peppers.
Oh boy,
with corn.
He's trying to punish people. He's trying to punish people.
Having his own gas
that'll
chamber.
be my start. I will have a jalapeno ghost pepper burgers. That's 2. With waffle fries, jalapeno poppers, and then I will finish it off with a Cajun steak stuffed and seasoned with ghost peppers, with a jalapeno mashed potatoes.
What?
And finish it off with a buffalo chicken jalapeno pizza.
Bro's trying to take himself out before the
He's not
process
even
even
gonna.
gets
He's
started.
not. Yeah, he's not even gonna make it there.
Bro's not even gonna have them have the filter switch. One escape of gases.
To wash it all down, I want some Big Daddy apple juice.
Big
Oh,
Daddy
there
Andy.
That's the wash down.
Feeling nothing and hurting everybody.
Yeah.
That's right. Cheers to that one.
All right, guys. Well, it's been an awesome
Cheers.
night. Cheers. We'll have to cheers to that. Cheers to the fight tonight. It's on
Yes,
right
sir.
now.
Go
I believe it
watch
starts in a
Tyson
couple
smack-
hours.
smack shit up.
Thank you so much, Russ, for coming on and being a guest. It's great to see you guys again.
Yes.
Or see you out and about finally on
I
the
know.
podcast.
Yeah.
I know you've been busy with that Spirit Halloween, so
I've missed it. Definitely for sure. I've definitely missed it. So you'll be seeing me return very, very shortly. I can guarantee you that.
well, I know.
Cool.
I
Maybe
know.
we'll be a guest next time.
Yes, and I know everybody on the side can't wait. So
Yes.
keep an eye out, that everybody. All right, man. Well, have a great weekend.
Yes.
Have a good night,
Thank you
everyone.
guys so much for having
And
me
we'll
on.
see you. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Loved having you
Thank
on.
you for coming.
Thank
We'll
you
see you
guys.
soon. We'll be talking soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
Oh, there you have it, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping in. It was a great night.
Thanks for coming and watching. On the
Yeah,
10th
I mean,
episode.
the love and support's been amazing. Like he said, this is our 10th episode. We are literally 2 months away from our 1-year anniversary. We have some big surprises for that night. Oh, yeah. You're going to have to keep an eye out for that. We got a lot of people that we might have
Can they
coming
wait?
on.
Can they wait?
I don't know.
It's
They're
a
going to have
question.
to. They're going to have to wait.
Oh, they're-
Also, it's a big weekend for us.
yes.
Tomorrow night, we have the chance, the opportunity that we absolutely can't thank Rob and Sarah enough for. We will be hosting the Get Haunted event at Mid-Orange Correctional Facility
One of
in
the-
Warwick, New York.
That's one of my favorite and a very touchy location.
Yes, it is one of our absolute favorite places. And we just got word that the event is sold out. So we hope we see everyone there tomorrow night. It's going to be an awesome night.
Mhm.
I know a Big Daddy Andy. I know. I wish you guys were coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
But we'll see you soon, definitely. And everyone, have a great night. Love you all. See you next month. We'll be back.
Yes, sir.